What's the deal, my people? You know it is the Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you another one. And this one is Yellowjackets Season 3, Episode 8 promo trailer breakdown. Even though the trailer is short, I think we can get a whole lot out of this trailer about what's going to happen. So in this video, I'm going to give you my theories. I'm going to give you my predictions of what I think is going to happen over the next couple of episodes of Yellowjackets. Not just this episode, for the whole season going forward. So if you can, please smash that like goal. 500 is the goal for the likes. Let's try to get there. We almost got there last time, and it truly makes a huge difference if this video gets pushed out by YouTube. So I need your help on that one. Please smash that like goal and subscribe if you want more content. Thank you beforehand doing it, and let's get right into this. We will break down this trailer frame by frame.
What day is it?
Can you get us out?
Did Mulder and Scully get together?
Everyone, shut up!
The first thing they show us is that the Yellowjackets are quick to question Hannah about what's going on in the real world. We hear them ask her, is Molly and Sculler still together? That is a reference from the show X-Files, so that is a time period that they're talking about here, and she seems to be tied up while they're questioning her. I think that what her plan is and why she was able to give herself up is that even though these girls are wild and reckless, they want one thing. We seen the first thing Van asked for when she seen the phone was that she wanted to call her mom. And when you have a bunch of girls together, even though they seem feral, in the end they are nothing but little girls. And I think that she is going to try to play the mom card here and get them to trust her in that way.
What if they tell people what they saw?
So this is going to be the fear and the point of contention, whether they should kill these people or not. Are they going to go back and tell everybody what they saw? Now, to me, I think they could easily explain it away. They didn't have any food. The coach already died, so they ate his body. They're little girls. It's grisly, yes, but it's something that they would not go to jail for. But they're going to have the fear that they are going to go to jail, so the only way to prevent them from going to jail is doing this without any witnesses around and leaving them for dead out here, killing them, leaving them, and then escaping on their own. Now this depends exactly of how they can get out. Can they figure out a way of this place without their help? I don't know if they can do that. It also leads to another point that I'm going to make a little bit later in this video about the Antler Queen and everything else that's going on there.
The only way to truly be safe is to be the only one left.
We see Shauna getting out of the car in order to confront Hannah's daughter. Now, what's supposedly supposed to be Hannah's daughter, but we'll get back to that more in a little bit. We also see that she's brought a knife with her so that she's not going there with intentions to kill her, I think. I think she's going to try to talk her down, but in the end, she feels like if for a last resort, I have to take this woman out, I'm going to take this woman out. Shauna has always been the craziest one of them all, and she feels that she has the most to lose. Why is that? What happened in this place that she would specifically get blamed for and that she would be in trouble for, that she feels that she has to take this on herself since she left all of her friends back at the hospital, that she has no choice but to take this woman out. Now, we have seen her kill before, and that did look like an accident, but truly was it an accident? Or is this in her nature? She enjoys killing people, and she's all about that. And this leads to the next clip that we get.
You're not in charge anymore.
It's rescue.
We see them arguing about who's in charge or what should they do, and Shauna tells Natalie, you're not in charge anymore, which leads me back to the story about the frogs and Zeus that we heard Kodiak talk about. Now, the frogs who desired a king is a story about frogs who were bored and discontent with their lack of leadership, so they sent a delegation to Zeus asking him to grant them a king. Now, Zeus's initial response is Zeus, seeing the frogs' foolishness, throws a log into their pond, which they initially fear but soon realize that it's useless as a king. Now, the reason why they believe that their new stump king isn't good for them is because they say it's very peaceful and docile, and that's something that they do not want. So the frogs become disgusted by their log king and send another request to Zeus demanding a real king. Zeus gets irritated by the frogs' demands, and then he sends them a stork. And the stork eventually starts to eat them himself, fulfilling their request but leading to their own demise. And I think that's exactly what's going on here in the Yellowjackets. They had their own log king, and you could say, and you can easily see how that would fit in the place of Natalie, because Natalie was just boring, a little bit undecisive on her things, and that has bored them. But now they have a new one, and that is Shauna. Shauna could very well represent the stork that's going to lead them all to their demise. Not just back then, but right now in this future timeline, with her going to confront this daughter, she could be leading them all down to their demise. So it's easily that could be the way it goes, but there are other options for this too, and we'll get to that in a second.
Does she know what you did? What you're capable of?
First, we see Ty in the hospital looking at evil Ty, and I think it's pretty easy to see that she's going to make an attempt on this man's life. Now, I don't know if she's going to be able to do it, and I'm talking about the guy who's next to Van. I think she's going to make an attempt on that guy's life, trying to sacrifice him in order to save Van's life. Now, whether this will be successful or not, we don't know, but I think that's what they're trying to show us when they show us this picture, that evil Ty is going to go for it. She's going to say, you know what, I got to save my chick by any means necessary. This guy is a pain in the ass anyway, so he has got to go. Now, is it Van that would want to live under those circumstances? It seems that she became at peace about what could happen to her and why it could happen to her, even though she believed that she couldn't die. But I think now she's really at peace that if she does pass away, she's good. So if she's successful, the beef is going to be, if she finds out that she does this, is she willing to live under those sacrifices? And if that's the case, we might see Van eventually kill herself and take her own self out because Ty did these things and not want to be able to live, and then that would just devastate Ty in the end for this. We see Travis and Kodiak together. Now, this could be when they initially just pull up. I don't know, because we see all the other girls come out and swarm him. He is being held at gunpoint, though, at this particular time next to him. So what could be going on here? Let's break it all down. Now, we know that this whole thing that we've been talking about has been about somebody taking control, right? The frogs wanting to have a new king. And I think that this whole thing plays out into this whole situation. Now, the episode itself is called A Normal, Boring Life, and that could be taken a couple of different ways. It could be taken the way that the frogs, that their life, as they said, was boring and normal, and that's why they needed a new king. Or it could also be taken that they want to just go home and live a normal, boring old life. Both of those things fit in this, and it can mean both of those things at the same time. Now, when we deal with Kodiak, let's look at what he is. Now, Kodiak, I do believe, was seen in the vision as the bear, but this bear had 3 eyes. So what does that mean? Does it mean that they put some blindfolds on him and somehow he's able to escape and still see, as he had 3 eyes and one was on top and he was still able to get away? Or we also know that crazy brain-licking Lottie, how she became their boss in the first place was she went out there and she stabbed the bear in the head. Now again, Kodiak is his name, which is a form of the bear, and we seen the vision of the 3-eyed bear. So could this be the ritual that we get to see once more? Could it take place? Will somebody kill Kodiak in order to take the mantle of the throne, the Antler King or Queen? And that's Kodiak is that sacrifice by doing that, which leads me all the way back to Hannah. Will Hannah kill Kodiak in order to gain their trust in order to become their new Antler Queen. Now, I do think that it's not a coincidence that they have this lady wearing purple, and purple is the color of royalty in this world. They could have put her in anything else. So to me, if she takes out Kodiak, which I think there's a good chance that she could become the new Lottie, not crazy like Lottie, but become the new Lottie, become their new Antler Queen, and join in on the sacrifice that's going on there, and possibly eat this man, and then become that full-fledged Antler Queen, the one that they nurture, the one that they like. They're looking for that mother figure. So it would make a lot of sense if she was able to pull this off and then get them to follow her that way. Which could lead us right back to the Frog and Zeus story, because she could be the docile leader that they get, but they might choose a worse leader. Now, is there a chance that the Antler Queen is the Antler King? And somehow, some way, Kodiak becomes this king. Or he tries to gas Travis like, listen, we're two dudes here, bro. We should be effing all these chicks and running this whole harem. It should be something like that. And somehow they fall for that, and now he becomes the Antler King, which is in the end the stork. I try to go the latter. We've already heard them say straight up that Melissa was close with her. The girls are gonna like her. She would be that motherly figure, but in the end, it could be Shauna once again doing something stupid and killing their new queen to take the throne for herself. And that's why she's going so hard on trying to find this daughter, because she created and did straight up murder for no other reason but it to be murder. And Lottie's already dead, so there has to go on somebody else on that. Next, we get her confronted by supposedly, and I'll say it again, Hilary Swank playing the daughter. Now, I have told you from the beginning, a long time ago, that this was going to be Melissa. They said that Melissa's dead in the show. People said, oh, Teflon, you got it wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you that they're lying to you. Melissa is alive again in the show. They say, the characters say, that they know that she's dead. It doesn't mean that she is dead. This character, Hilary Swank, is playing is Melissa, and if you listen to the synopsis, I think my theory has been proven true from it. Season 3, Episode 8, A Normal, Boring Life. With a possibility of escape from their nightmare, the Yellowjackets learn not everyone may be in a rush to leave. In the present, the unexpected return of an old teammate sends Shauna spiraling in ways that should probably concern everybody. Now, if this was the daughter, would she be described as a teammate? If she's a teammate, she's someone who played on the team, and it affects Shauna directly, as I said. So without a doubt, 100%, as I told you, this is Melissa. All right, she's coming back as Melissa. Now, again, we heard them say that Melissa became really close with Hannah, and Hannah may have said before she died or something, hey, if anything happens, please get this tape to my daughter. Please let my daughter know that her mother loved her. And her being that mother figure, and if she was murdered in an unjust way, right, something that was not supposed to happen, this could be what drives the wedge between her and Shauna. And she can't take Shauna anymore for killing her mother figure. Now, we also hear him say straight up, does she know what you did what you're capable of? I think that she has to be talking about Shauna's daughter in this instant and in this situation. Does Shauna's daughter know exactly what's going on? We see Jeff throw something up against the wall like he's upset. So he must figure something out about Shauna that she did not know. And I think that this is what's going to lead Shauna to go off the deep end and try to take her out, because she's going to be like, you're trying to ruin everything that I've established. And the only way I can truly be safe is if I'm the only one left alive. And that's when she's going to go there and try to take Hilary Swank, who is playing Melissa, out, and possibly the other Yellowjackets in the future. So that's what I think is going down in this trailer. You tell me what you think. I'm going to do a live stream tonight. I'll be live tonight with Phil the Issues Guy, and we'll be talking about Yellowjackets. It's a call-in live stream, so you can call in and speak to me directly. Tell me if you think I got it wrong or right, or if you have anything, something I may have missed, put it out there. I can't wait to hear from you. Make sure you're subscribed and you hit that notification bell so that when we do go live, you'll get notified that that goes down. We had a pretty good crowd in there last week. Let's try to repeat and get a little bit better. And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm, and of course, subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.